we're definitely going to try and find our way up. Decent. Gorgeous. There's a little valley where the highway's going to pop through. And here's that other range. That is off its head. Yeah, so that's definitely an abseiling route. So here we got a this narrow little thing. It's kind of like climbing between Cougar East and West. It's the best way to kind of explain it. I would say this is the best kept secret I've figured out so far for Oahu for a swim hole. I'm trying a gas station hot dog and mug root beer, which is made in New York, which I've never heard of. And yeah, heads up, it tastes pretty good. It tastes all right. I've already bit out of this because yeah, I'm hungry, but it's good. It's from a Shell servo, by the way. Yeah, all in all, not too bad. The sausage looks pretty cooked and pretty tasty. This tastes a little bit like creamy soda too. It's like sarsaparilla cross creamy soda. No caffeine, by the way, which is interesting. It's the story. Check it out. It's interesting. So, leave no trash. All hunters. All right. I believe this is the right track. Going to Lulumahu Waterfall. It's about 3.5 k's return. Little bamboo forest here. Track's a bit weird. It's supposed to be zigzagging to the right. It's pretty popular. There's a lot of cars here. This is probably one of the top 5, I reckon, that they talk about. So, see how we go. Should get some good flow. We're on the back side of Manoa Falls and the 5 waterfall valleys I did yesterday. This is on a different, like, western angle of it, so it runs off a different slope. So hopefully it's good. Some of those were a little on the dry side yesterday, but one I just did this morning was pretty good flow. So yeah, so far we're walking in. I think we've missed this channel. This map is a bit wrong. Let's see what this track is here. Okay, so straight would be wrong. Apparently we're going to go back. I'm going to the left. Is that supposed to be it? It's so weird. I reckon parking could have been a bit further down. I reckon I've gone wrong. It doesn't look right at all. Yeah, right. So I reckon it's go that way, which is where I just was. And then you're going to swing right. This is so confusing. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, so there's definitely other tracks in here that aren't on the map. Anyway, I think I'm going the right way now. And we should be getting a right turn up here. Alright, this is so weird. This track here continues. It's supposed to be, there's a track along the fence, tracks through the fence. I think we're going there. I don't think there's going to be another way. It's just so strange. Let's see what this pops through here. This pops out, so I guess you walk through here. What the hell? Or we go up and go along that grass bit. Let's try this. This is not what I expected for a start of a track. It's so, like, just, I don't know, it seems unorganised the way it's been designed. Because the highway's just there, you could have made a parking spot and come straight in. This has no access. What the? This is supposed to be the proper track, people. Don't get it. Well, we'll just go this way. No idea. It's a road for the thing, and people are walking this, so alright, this has got to be it. I reckon that's it in the corner there. I don't know if that's it already, but it's definitely a slab of rock. What an amazing valley, but wow. Look at this range. So jaggedy. I'm going to show you a full 360 here because there's sick mountains behind me, as well as what I just showed you. So there's a little valley where the highway's going to pop through. And here's that other range. That is off its head. Look at that. Ew! Is that bamboo? That looks like weed, eh? It's like really super tall weed plants. Such a weird looking growth. Right, this is water treatment. So again, they're like, don't walk through the water treatment, but yet apparently it's the track and here's his way. And there's a freaking paved path, so come on. Everyone's walking this, so. I heard someone say something about dry. Hope that's not this. Or maybe they're talking about something else when they walk past me, but who knows, we'll find out. The levels of that dam looks pretty low. Look at that red line. Look about 2 meters below it. It's so thick, that bamboo. I wonder if this range has a name.
That's what the top of bamboo looks like.
How you doing?
How's it going?
This is so flat and so paved. Like, this is literally a road. You can just ride a bike halfway through this. Crazy. Okay, so there's definitely multiple tracks in here. I'm just kind of feeding. I went a little bit different because I saw people walking this way. It's different from the track on my map. But follow this, it'll join back. Oh, you need to cross, I don't understand. It's so weird. Apparently follow this, then turn right. It's not really making sense, though. I don't think people have known where they're going. They've just made these multiple ways. It's wild. Alright, so I think almost joined back to the original track I wanted to go on. I'm gonna go right up here, just here probably. Those signs pretty, not as tourist friendly as I thought it would be for how popular it's supposed to be. Alright, see how we go. Weird. I've seen a photo of this actually. This looked less flow than my photo. Again, you get options here. There's a tractor going up to the right. The tractor's going this way. I think we're going this way. Just ask some people, they said the flow was alright. I can look at this. It looks okay, so see if we have some luck. And the park ranger I spoke to yesterday, who she doesn't really work for parks, she works for forestry or whoever she works for, government body. She said you can get on an off-track track to the left and go up above the falls, and she found like 7 cascades, but I don't know if we'll do all that because we've got so much other things that are on the agenda first. If I was here for more time, probably maybe give it a go, but we'll see. We'll see how the track looks when we get there. Alright, so I've crossed the creek back over here. That path has gone up higher and just looked a bit more logical on this side. Seems there's really the path on both sides of the stream the whole way, but on the map it's only really meant to be marked as one on whatever side. Anyway, we'll get there. Another track going up, another track coming in. On the other side I just crossed the creek, there was another track going up there. You literally can go wherever you want. I'm just trying to stick with the creek. Obviously this is the creek the waterfall is going to be on. You can see, I can see it through the trees there. We'll just creek hop this. It's probably a little level before it, I think. I just went up and down this. That was so easy to walk through there anyway. Okay, here we go. Cascade, and then the big one's up above it. Cool. Bouldery. Bloody humid, I tell ya. Woo. There's this cascade. But there is supposed to be a waterfall below the main falls, which looks like from all trials recordings people don't really get to the true one, so I don't know. But I think we want to do it. But definitely, this is the cascade, and so the next waterfall above is the one we don't go past generally. So I think we will be climbing above that. Alright, so this is the unnamed waterfall below the main falls apparently. So we're definitely going to try to find our way up. Decent. Close the rod actually, I'm pretty happy. Sure, 1, 2, 3, about really 5 tiers in this alone. It's really steep getting up. Alright, so we're going back and we're attempting to try and get up. I've tried one bit, it was a bit steep, it kind of fizzled out. Going back a little bit wider here. A bit of a track could be an option, we'll just see if this works. No ribbons, but see if it's going to make it. I've got a couple of ribbons. No, it's kind of pushed me back to where I just was. I'm trying to go wider again. See if we can find it another way. Alright, so we've got another little track here. Steepish, but it might work. There's kind of a guy recorded track as well here, but yeah. I don't know if this is water runoff, it actually is a track, but we'll try it. I was going to go wider yet again. Oh, thanks. You can see the right side over there, it's full rock wall, you're definitely not going right. We've got a rock wall here, but you can almost climb it there, but we're a little bit of a faint track. I'm just going to keep pushing to see if we can curve around this. Alright, well I've crisscrossed over several little paths. People have tried this obviously many different ways. There are a couple of ribbons here, so that's an indicator. Just keep pushing up. I could have cut at an angle, but the more I cut back, the just less steep it's going to be. Hopefully we find where we want to get to. We're definitely getting high because it's like you see partial views popping through there, like wow. Now I did see a photo from this park ranger she showed me from up on the ridge. It was cloudy, but she still got a good photo. But that's cool. We're also trying to get top of the waterfall and find the other one above. We've got this corner here, and look like there's a track going down on the right to kind of get around, and same with this one to the left. I think we'll go back down that one because we've kind of sort of come off it. It'll just be a more direct, I think, way. There's a rope up here, so someone's tied it. This track is definitely not on my map. This is basically the recorded track I've got. So yeah, it's a good indicator. We'll keep going. Look at that, people. That's the path we walked in this morning to get here. Looking straight back at the view we took the photo of. So I knew that waterfall in here was the slab. I was right. We could see. That's awesome. Now there's still another little bit of a climb corner there. We might get another viewpoint, but just in case we don't, let's enjoy this. That's sick. Kudos to whoever cut this track and who put the rope, people, because not that you need the rope really, but cutting the track is a fierce effort. We've got an ocean view now popping through there. Definitely got another view as we got high. You can see the dam better now. Sick, eh? Let's keep going. Hopefully get back to the waterfall. Still climbing a little bit higher here. Well, this is definitely a thin little cool razorback. You definitely wouldn't want to try and shortcut from down there because that definitely, you weren't going to make it. That's hectic. So definitely the way I've come and the way I've cut it is the way. I just wasn't sure if I could try to get to that first level waterfall, but I think you have to bypass a couple here. Well, this narrow little thing is kind of like climbing between Kugel East and West. It's the best way to kind of explain it. So we're nearly at the, we're nearly at the, well then we can cut down. Hopefully that track's not too hectic as well. Get back to creek level. but we shall see. Right, well that last point there was the last bit of the views. Pushing back into the tree line here. I didn't think I was actually going to do this today, but now I am. So that's the way it goes. Now it looks like you could already start trying to cut down that. It doesn't look too bad, but we'll wait to see because I'm sure he's going to have a better calves track. This is probably it. Starts to leave the ridge naturally there, and look, we're going down, so this will be it. Good stuff. Well, just like that, we popped back into the creek, so it worked really well. Here is one level. I'm not quite sure how many levels we've come around. There's a rope there that you get down, so let's indulge that. So we can look over the edge. I don't know if it's ever been abseiled, maybe, but it looks like it's pretty bloody high. I would say this is the best kept secret I've figured out so far for Oahu for a swim hole. That is fucking grouse. The mission to get up here, but hey, this is paradise. I would definitely come chilling if I lived here. Right, let's creep to the edge, see if we can look over. I took my shoes off to make it a slightly better way down. It was a bit sketchy on that wet rock. It was very muddy, and I just decided barefoot was to go. I tried to go around that way. Oh, there's another strap there, I just noticed. That might have been better. But anyway, yeah, there's another second little pool, and you couldn't jump down into that without getting full swimming. So just for the moment, I went down this way. And let's see how close we get to the edge without death. Yeah, so that's definitely an abseiling route. So here we got a rope with a black buckle to hook onto there. So you got the 5 levels here. This is where we just couldn't see actually. So we go off this big drop. Down the bottom there, there's some blue straps you can see. There's a second drop that curves, and I can see 3 more blue straps, and the little waterfall, and then there'll be the last big one. So you're counting this 1. Yeah, it's kind of 2 because it's kind of it's really 1, but it's just slanting here. Anyway, just got 1, 2, 3, 4 with the very bottom. It's 4, 4.5 if you're counting this. And then we have the 2 pools there, so 5, 6. And apparently there's at least 7 kind of levels, so we're just going to keep going, see what we get. But we're definitely not getting down that, people. That is nuts. And definitely trying to get into those levels, that's definitely going to be abseil only. I thought about trying to shimmy away across. I definitely wouldn't be able to climb any of that. So definitely that ridge is the smart way. They figured it out. That's good. All right, let's go upstream. I see someone down there, like they're trying to climb up. I don't know. That's wild. I don't know if they see me, but this is the next little pool above. It's pretty sick. It'd be a bit hard to get in unless you're going to jump, but I don't trust the jump. It's pretty shallow there. With slip climb like that, you have to try and climb the face of that a little bit, but it's all good. We're going to push on, and it's 3 o'clock, and I've still got a bit more of this creek to get up before we've got to get out again. So, is what it is. Did waste a bit of time chatting to an American chick. Shout out if you're watching, Kristen. Yeah. So, let's see what we get up here. All right, so we've still got ribbons going upstream. So I don't really know where they're going. I guess they go along this and maybe they cut back to the ridge again. I don't know his end goal. But we're trying to find the true marked Lulumahu Falls. And if I didn't know, well, if I didn't have it marked on the map as being apparently something still up here, I probably would just go back now, just for the pure fact that I don't have time to just explore this creek. Even though I can see these cascades and it's flowing, I wouldn't have bothered. I'd just probably stop. Once I get to the top of them, I'll be pretty happy. However, we do have information there's another one, so that's where we got to get to. Hopefully not too far. I don't think it is. Now this park chick told me about this ridge track, and yeah, I probably wouldn't have searched for it otherwise. But definitely because I knew the waterfall above wasn't, I think it's going to be that far distance there, that opening. The fact that I can see on Gaia that no one's recorded weirdly to the second floor is what makes me curious about it. But yeah, she said it was cool, but she didn't quite mention how good those first 2 pools were on top. So yeah, that was sick. Oh, look at these flowers. That's cool. I don't think I've seen these already on this trip. It's pretty big too. Alright, so we've got some calm little cascades here. And we'll keep pushing on. Flow's drying out a bit here, which is strange because it was pumping back there. Could just be getting trapped through the rocks or underground, but we'll persevere to this waterfall. Got another little rope in the bush, not that you really needed it there. So yeah, these people have gone somewhere. Well, sounds pretty quiet here. Hope this is not a wild goose chase and this waterfall exists. We're gonna find out. Alright, so finally this is marked as a track on the map. But it doesn't go along the ridge, it's dotted on gyre and goes straight up over all those other waterfalls, and clearly you cannot walk up them. Anyway, this track on quote unquote dots end at this so-called waterfall. It's 50 metres up here, so let's see if it's around the corner, if we can see it, or it's just going to be failed. But the fact that it's still got the dotted lines makes me curious. It's got to relate to something. I guess the flow is going to be pretty low, but that's for sure. Alright, so guess what? There's nothing here. This is a fail. The map is marked wrong, so the only section of the Lulumahu Falls is the bit where we were. So once you get up the top and you get to those two little pools, just stop there, swim and go back down. But this last little bit didn't take me too long, but definitely nothing exists here. So there's like 500 metres each way I've just wasted, but such is life. I knew it was looking a bit dismal for the creek and flat, but at least we know. You don't know unless you don't go. Maybe it was marked wrong on the map and they marked it right later, but then they didn't remove the other wrong thing. I don't know. Anyway, but this is nothing even close to anything like a waterfall. Alright, so return back down, people. Let's get out. I don't know where those ribbons go. I haven't seen any more since then, and yeah, maybe he's just exploring like me, the same thing, trying to figure it out. Don't know. Well, normally Guy is pretty good, but sometimes there are little mistakes, and this is one of them. But it's alright, because there was ribbons as well. It almost, you know, it gave more hope to the story. Dotted lines on the map, marked as a waterfall on the map, and ribbons. That's three indicators like, hey, the only thing that didn't really indicate for me well, that the lines didn't show much. So, but sometimes lines can be wrong too, and it can be decent size, at least semi-size cascades or whatever. But yeah, it's all good. Won't take long to get back. I tried to ask the parks chick about this as well. How I said, oh, there's like 2 waterfalls marked, and I don't think she didn't really understand, which is a bit sad because she works for parks. She should know her stuff. But the reality is a lot of them don't. They know the bare minimum, like just, you know, how to do this, and that's about it. It's all right. But yeah, I mean, she goes, oh, I think their first waterfall is dry. And no, the first waterfall is the main one, which is pumping. Second waterfall, she could have gone, oh no, it doesn't exist. So I don't know how far she walked up here, but maybe she just stopped at the top of these. Anyway, bashing her way back. These are pretty slippery, these rocks too. I've slipped in the water a few times. Just greasy. Right, I'm heading back down. This is the slightly different way I didn't come. So it's a more direct route back to where we need to be. And yeah, it's been fun, been real good. Superseded the expectations, honestly. Just because those pools on top were just not expected. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the journey. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Hit notification bells to get notified of all the new misadventures. We'll catch you guys in the next one, eh? Peace out. Quack. There's even a duck.